Hello, this is Hound 4004, and welcome back to Minecraft News. I will go over leaks and reveals from the Minecraft devs, and everything that I go over will be in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. But for now, let's get started. So starting off, here is something from Japa. He says, I think this is final. Raw block textures slightly changed, and he made a complete overhaul on iron, as you can see here. And here's a closer look at his new texture for iron. So next up here is something from Henrik with ore veins in generation. You can see he made the gaps a bit smaller to reduce boring dead areas, and he'll need more in-game balance, and balance of course is tricky. But he's also been experimenting with making larger ore veins, slightly smaller, but a lot clumpier. The idea is to bring more variation and to challenge it to do it. To make the trial a bit less obvious, but the buttons represent the filler stone, which is tough/granite. If it's iron, it's tough, and if it's granite, well, then it also has copper. So there was an Ask Mojang episode where it had some nice info, and the link is below if you want to check out the whole thing. But here's something on tools and gear
to use, because I would love to have different armors actually give you different strengths based on that, not just the enchantments you put on them, but like maybe different armors actually have different sort of like inherent properties about them. Because then like if I wore cat armor, creepers would never come near me, and I would love that.
So the next thing here from KingBeDogs is, he said, I've seen some confusion around 1.17 and 1.18, thinking that it's weird that part 2 is considered 1.18. As a general note, remember that versions are just a way to keep track of changes in a game, and part 2 will be considered 1.18 because it's a major version change from 1.17. Calling it 1.18 has nothing to do with the update theme. Versions are entirely for technical purposes, not for language schematics like update themes. Part 2 being a dot release for 1.17 would disingenuous, as it would be large change in code scope than a dot release. So that's kind of what's going on, why 1.18 is 1.18. And with this kind of split up of the Caves and Cliffs update, there have been some questions about the Deep Dark and Warden coming in part 1. So KingBeDogs can say that they are not coming in part 1 of Caves and Cliffs. The reason for this is that they have been heavily interconnected gameplay mechanics and simply must come as a full package. So that means we will not see the Warden in part 1, and we will probably not see any more skulk blocks or anything. It'll probably just be the skulk sensor that we get in part 1. But overall, that was everything from this past week for Minecraft news. I hope this was helpful, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, give it a like to help the video out. And for now, this is Hound 4004 saying goodbye.